If you're new to the project, a big warm welcome. If you're a tough old root, then welcome back. Today is going to be a short video talking about the cost of our tiny house. So we've got a lot of questions, not only about cost, but about legality. And really, I'm not going to be able to help you on the legal side of things because honestly, it varies from state to state, county to county, and also whether you're inside or outside city limits. The best thing I can tell you is that being movable is good, right? Build it on runners. Also, overbuild it as much as possible. That way you have this buffer that'll help protect you should you ever need it, right? Should you ever have to justify the existence of a thing, just play it as safe as possible, dump as much energy in it as possible, and you should be fine, right? I mean, code books are hard to read, but an intelligent person can at least figure out the basics of it. So really, as much as I hate to do that, that's really what it boils down to is who are you, where are you building, what are you building, and how are you building it? All of these things are very, very varied. I've seen people build things out of sandbags, right? And in places I know you're not supposed to be doing that. So really, what you can get away with is dependent on not only your situation, but your location. However, putting more energy, more money, overbuilding something, playing it safe will never serve you wrong. So now cost, right? There again, I'm not really going to be able to help, just your average person, right? I know what I have in this roughly at this particular point, but it's not gonna. That's not the number that you're looking for. Right, because I didn't pay for any of these windows. All the windows were free, except for one. I did have to pay for one of them. And there again, are you going to go with a single pane window? Are you going with the cheapest one? Are you going to buy a double or triple pane window? The price difference can be astronomical based on what you choose to install and how you choose to build it. But for us, right now, we have around $5,000 in our tiny house. To be fair, though, a lot of it was salvage. I mean, you're talking $1,000 in windows at least that I didn't have to pay. And then not only our luck, right? We were lucky enough to purchase all of our building supplies, not only at once, but right before building supplies went crazy. So if I have $5,000 in this structure and you build the exact same structure tomorrow, it's going to be at least 10, right? Everything is at least double what I paid for it. And a lot of the different things like the roof and the floor are insulated to a really just incredible degree because that's where you lose most of your cold air is in your floor and most of your heat is in your roof. All of that was free. Right, I was lucky enough to know someone that had a bunch of it just sitting there, and that said that we could have it. So it may even be more than twice as much. I mean, you may be looking at $12,000. There's a couple things I would not skimp on. Obviously, if you've been along for the project for any length of time, you will know that we got our hands on just an enormous amount of used metal roofing. I did not use that. I purchased brand new roofing. Also, I got corrugated roofing, not to get off on like a rabbit trail, but corrugated roofing in my mind is one of the best. It really has a long shelf life. It's lightweight. It's one of the cheapest, and it's self-venting. So either way, don't skimp on your roof. Don't skimp on your foundation. Really, if possible, don't skimp anywhere. But if you were to choose one thing, make your roof good. Make your roof as well as you can. That's also why I put house wrap down first on our roof, and then tar paper over it, and then did the actual roofing. Double vapor layer there. Should anything I had done proved to be incorrect. You know, I wanted as much fallback and as much assurance that we wouldn't actually have any water damage as possible. We really were lucky. All indications pointed to a mistake for us, right? We had enough money to get the shell, but not enough money to finish it. We also moved in and lived in it for an extended period of time, which really was one of the best times of my life, was living in an off-grid, unfinished tiny house, right? The amount of satisfaction and the amount of self-worth that you get out of having to do it all yourself really is really more valuable than any amount of money and any amount of ability to pay someone else to do it. But we were lucky. We were lucky that we did this when the price was what it is. I'm not a rich guy. I think I've said that a million times, but it's really important, right? That's the number one thing about Steep in the Woods, is that we're not rich. You need to know that. You gotta get it, right? Otherwise, a lot of what we do won't make sense. I could never build this over again. I don't know that I will ever have $10,000 to build something like this ever again. I don't foresee. I'm not going to be a rock star. I'm not going to go to school and become a dentist. I'm just who I am, and so it really was a snapshot. As much as there was a lot of stress in it, and as much as there was a lot of uncertainty in it, looking back was just the perfect timing, because the stars aligned in such a way where it became possible for a group of people, us, whom it would have never been possible otherwise. So either way, as much as it bums me out to tell you that, you're looking at $12,000, and that's if all the labor is free, right? So that's kind of a bummer. And like I say, that includes the siding, right? If you want to go out right now and side a building of this size, you're looking at a couple $1,000s. So $12,000 includes at least some amount of salvage, right? If you're going to go to the store and buy this thing in a box, it may be 15. I don't know. Now, granted, you can build it differently. You can underbuild it. You can make your little tiny house out of 1x4s instead of 2x4s. You can get out of a lot of the materials that I used. Right, there is at least twice as many boards in this structure than it technically needs. So there are ways to save money, but if you want the exact same structure, you're looking at about $12,000. So I'm sorry for that. I wish things were I wish that snapshot in which we did this was still available for everyone else. If I were to do this again, which is very possible, buy a sawmill. You can get a Harbor Freight sawmill, with the bandsaw, like a real one, for like $3,000 or $4,000, and then you will have access to build so much more, right? I mean, you're going to spend more time, you're going to spend more energy, but if you're in my position, that's the best route. So either way, that is it. A short video about cost and legalities. If you like what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. You want to help support the project, there are links below. Until next time, here, Steep in the Woods.